Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about iOS 18 that is going to release very soon. While I'm shooting this video, almost 24 hours are remaining in the release of iOS 18. I'm hope that everyone is quite excited about that. I am also very excited about. And into this video, I just want to talk about few couple of things. One last time before the iOS 18 final release. So here I do have some of the questions that you guys asked me. I do reply to your comments, but I want to talk about those things in detail. Other than that, I also want to give you a review of the performance and the battery life of the iOS 18 so far. So this is a different sort of a video over here, and I also want to thank you guys for supporting this channel. We are improving every single day, which is really great. So over here I do have my iPhone 14, and I also collected a couple of questions from you guys. So let me just turn on the screen recording. So 3 2 1 and go. So over here, this is how my home screen look like. As you can see, I'm running iOS 18 RC version. So if I go to the settings and show you the build number over here, going into the journal, going to software update, in the about section, over here this is the build number, includes improvement and bug fixes for your iPhone. But before talking about the performance or the battery life, I want to talk about a few of your questions. So let's get into your questions over here. So very first question is, which mobile phone you installed iOS 18, iPhone 13 or 14? So I am using iPhone 14. As you guys can see, it's a really good device. It's more than 1 year that I'm using this device. Before this one, I was using iPhone 11, and before the iPhone 11, I used iPhone 10s for a couple of days, like 3-4 days. But before that, I was using iPhone 8, and I used iPhone 8 for almost 2 years, and then I switched to the iPhone 11. Well, for now I'm using iPhone 14, and I honestly don't feel updating to the 15 or 16 for now, but let's see, you never know. Now moving to the next question is, your home screen wallpaper sent me please. Now I get lot of questions, lot of demand from you guys regarding the home screen wallpaper. So I just want to say that you can follow me on X, you can DM me on X with a screenshot of the display, that whatever wallpaper you want, I will send you that wallpaper. So yeah, just follow me, or maybe you can DM me on X at the iOS guy 101. I will send you wallpaper, whatever it is. Now moving to the next one, I was on betas of iOS 18 and I haven't got any battery drop in my 15 Pro, still 100%, which is really good. And I actually want to talk about this one. Now as you can see, the person is saying that his 15 Pro is still 100% even though he was using 18 betas. And many people complain that after installing the beta, the battery is dropping and all. I also talk about that in my previous video when it was early times of iOS 18. But being very honest with you guys, the new beta update or whatever update is never drops your battery health. It just recalculates the battery health. So sometimes it can be like your battery is stuck at 100% for like 5-6 months, and after that maybe for 8 months or something, and it dropped 3% in couple of weeks. That is because it was on a one single point for a very long time, and it was supposed to drop but it didn't. And when you install the new iOS, it recalculates your battery health, and then that happened. No, there is very important thing to understand, that these are the lithium ion batteries. You cannot do something about that. The drop is natural. I got this device, it was 100% because I got this was pin pack. After using it for a couple of weeks, 1 and 2% dropped, but then there was no drop for almost 8 months. It was on 98% for almost 8 months, and after that in last 4 months it dropped around maybe 10%. Now it is on 87%, which is really bad. So yeah, that can happen, and it is quite natural. We can't do anything about that. Now moving to the next question is, I am a gamer, should I update the iOS 18 stable or should I stay on iOS 17? I have to know in performance difference in 18 versus 17. Well, 18 introduces a new game mode which is definitely going to boost your gaming performance. For that, I can say you can stay on the you can update to the iOS 18. But if you don't care about the new features, you don't care about the customization and new control center, you just want to use your device for gaming purpose, you might better it is better to stay on iOS 17, being very honest, because whenever new features come, somehow the battery compromises, somehow the performance compromises. Maybe you don't feel while using it, but in the background it does happen, because every new feature will definitely consume more energy, and this is quite natural. You cannot complain about that. Many people complain that in the iOS 17 device was going really good, and in the iOS 18 they are facing a bit of a lag maybe. Sometimes it is good, but because iOS 18 is a huge update, I'm just taking iOS 18 here as an example. It may be any other iOS. Definitely whenever a new iOS comes, it brings a lot of new features, and that are going to consume extra battery and extra performance. So this is something. So if you don't care about these all new features, you can stay on the iOS 17. Now moving to the next one, why was 17.6.1 a bad update? I don't have issue. Well, I do have. I made a couple of videos regarding iOS 17.6.1. I was facing a lot of lag, being very honest, while scrolling Instagram, and maybe opening my phone from lock screen and scrolling on home screen. I was getting a lot of lag. Also, battery life was not good. So I talk about that in my couple of previous videos. When I updated to the 17.7 RC, battery life was improved a lot, which is really good. Performance is something same. In multi-core, performance is really good on 17.7, and battery life is also good, but I do have issues on 17.6.1, and I do believe that 17.7 RC is a much better update than the 17.6.1. Now moving to the next question, the RC brings more battery life. Now I reply to this that battery life is quite decent. Now there is a reply, for my iPhone 14 it's not that impressive. Now here is an important thing that you need to understand. Whatever I'm using, my usage is different from you. You might be using it just for gaming purpose, you might be using it just for shooting stuff or doing anything, or you may be using it just for WhatsApp, making call, or maybe productivity. So the battery life depends upon the usage. If I'm doing gaming every single second, definitely I'm not going to get a good screen on time. That is quite natural. So yeah, you need to understand that the usage varies, and that is why maybe you're not getting a good battery life, or maybe I am getting a good battery life. That is quite natural. Now here is a one big comment. In my opinion, iOS 18 isn't even close to being ready. I have been using iOS 18 RC, but I have seen others saying that Apple needs to release RC2 because it's still buggy on some iPhones, including the 15 series. Well, you can read the other whole comment if you want to, but I want to talk about this. iOS 18 I feel is one of the most stable update, starting from the developer beta 2. It is not the first time that I am testing iOS 18 or any other iOS. While I was having iPhone 8, I tested all the betas of the iOS 16. I tested all the betas of iOS 12. I tested many other betas so far in my life while I'm having a device. But I can assure you, even I also tested the betas of iOS 17 on my this device. I can assure you iOS 18 is way better than every other version in terms of performance, and I'm really excited. And I maybe you are not getting a good performance, but being very honest, if I compare the previous iOS betas, I can say iOS 18 is much better, and I'm hoping that it will get better by when it's going to release tomorrow. Well, these are some of your questions that I want to include in this video. I also want to show you a battery life over here. So if I go to the settings and go to the battery section over here and go to the last 10 days, on this day, as you can see, I used my phone for 100% today, and I got screen on time of 9 hours and 24 minutes. I used Instagram for 2 hours and 16 minutes, sorry, YouTube for 2 hours and 16 minutes, Instagram for 1 hour 3 minutes, Snapchat for a long while, for a bit. It was consumed in a background, as you can see. And home and lock screen for 2 hours. I don't know what I do on home and lock screen, but it is there, and some other applications are there. So in terms of battery life, I'm not having issue at all. If I show you the average screen on time, it is around 6 hours, which is really great, which is quite decent. Also, if I go to the Geekbench application over here and show you the scores, I can show you this is the scores of iOS 18 RC, 2292 on a single core or 5457 on a multi-core. I can see these are not good scores, being very honest with you guys. If I show you the score of iOS 18 developer beta 8, those scores were much better, but I'm hoping that RC will become even more stable when it is going to release tomorrow. Well, this is some of your questions, and this is how I want to talk about many other things. I hope you like this video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Do like and share this video, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Peace out. Peace out.